As we proceed through our online class, I want to make sure that everybody is using all the resources appropriately. So I've opened up our Blackboard site here, and I want to just draw your attention to some things that are really important for our class. So first thing, you should print off a syllabus for the class. And when you print off the syllabus, you're going to get a document that looks like this. And if you turn to this page here, you want to make sure you print out this page and keep it handy so you're looking at it every day. And you know exactly what the topic is for each week and what you should be doing by the end of each week. For example, doing the Mastering A&P lab and lecture homework for the topics shown. So for the first week, you can see the topics for lab and for lecture. Make sure you're doing the Mastering A&P lab and lecture homework to match those topics. Make sure you're doing the practice lab and lecture exams on Blackboard that match these topics, and doing the discussion board that's labeled there, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So this week we're studying the nervous system. So in the syllabus, we can see that we're talking about brain and nerves in lab, and then special senses in lab. So 2 different topics for lab this week, and then there's the nervous system notes in the lecture portion. So you want to have your binder. Remember, this was for sale in at Digicopy on Mormon Cooley Road, and it'll be available in the bookstore next semester. But make sure you have this binder. Lots and lots of handouts here. This is the essential content that is found on tests for lab and lecture. So you want to have these PowerPoints printed in front of you, and when you go to the nervous system, for example, here's the PowerPoints for the nervous system, and this is what will be on the test. So I have every slide here, and I have notes underneath some of the slides. And if I go to our lecture folder for the nervous system, I click on Lab and Lecture folders, come over here, go down to the nervous system, right here, and tap on Nervous System Lecture Material. Here's the lecture video. So if I tap on the first video, it tells me how long it is on that introductory page. And there's the nervous system. So I'm going through the nervous system here. I'm talking about the PowerPoints. I'm explaining the content in a way that's a little more understandable. And then you're following along in your binder, taking notes and highlighting as necessary in the binder. So this slide matches what I'm going through in the video. So if you're not printing out these PowerPoints, you're not watching the videos, that's like taking a face-to-face class and never going to lecture and just showing up for the tests. It would really be difficult to pass the class. So you need to watch the video, take notes in the binder, and that is going to set you up for success and give you the foundational material for this class. So if we go back to our Blackboard site here, you're going to do the same thing with lab. So if I go back to my folder on the nervous system, there's extra practice for lecture. If I want to run through some tutorials or something, I can click on that. But if I want to just get the essential content, I want to follow the black links. So nervous system lab materials. Again, here's a video talking about the brain and nerves. So I'm going to open that up. Get ready to watch that on the website. So I'll just hit the square here to make it full screen. So I'm looking for the brain and nerves in my lab packet. So there's the first slide showing the brain. So I'm going to come over here to my packet, and the second half of this binder is all the lab materials. So look for this hard cardboard divider. And I put my pencil where the nervous system starts. So here's the nervous system. Central nervous system is the topic. Brain and nerves. So here's the terms I need to know for this lab. Every lab PowerPoint in the binder begins with a page that has the lab terms you need to know. This is what you should be putting in your lab exams. These are the terms you should be using. Sometimes I see students using terms from the textbook that are not in our lab objectives, therefore they're not understanding the material appropriately for our class. So there's the terms that we're going to be labeling. And here's the PowerPoint that goes through all the structures that I'm going to talk about in the video. So if I look at the video, there's the diagrams. I'm talking, I'm pointing, I'm showing you where things are, and you're labeling it on your diagram that you have in the binder. So this is essential for your success. You have to watch the video and label in the binder. I know I'm repeating myself a lot on that, but time and time again, students are unsuccessful in the class because they're not using the PowerPoint notes and they're not watching the videos. And it's impossible to be successful if you're not doing these things. You have to watch the video so you're getting something out of the class and not just doing homework assignments and taking tests without spending time understanding the material. So please be sure you're doing that, and if you have any questions on locating these items, just give me a call. You'll notice at the end of every lecture PowerPoint, we'll go back to the nervous system one, at the end I have worksheets for you to work through, and I have the answers posted on Blackboard. So here's a worksheet on the action potential. Here's a worksheet on the autonomic nervous system to fill in. There's another worksheet here where you practice labeling the neuron and the parts of the spinal cord. These are all worksheets that are very important for you to go over and understand. So that is also at the end. There's always these participation worksheets at the end of every lecture PowerPoint. Be sure that you're filling those out because that too is going to help you understand the material.